Hey everybody, welcome to Find Your Fit with Deanna. I'm Deanna. We are back at our next installment of our quick workouts to really help you fit in fitness, whatever your day might look like. So we are, as you can see, we are using a chair today as an option for a workout. And so a couple of things, make sure folks, if you are seated with me here, that your chair is not your office chair that's on wheels. It's going to scoot around, but you've got a sturdy chair that is not on wheels. And if you're a person who moves through the world on wheels, in a wheelchair for example, please make sure you've locked those brakes, okay? Also, let's just make sure that your healthcare provider or your doctor has said, yes, it's cool for you to be going ahead with that activity, and then let's dive in. So we're going to be using, I'm using a ball today that's called a Pause Ball. You also may know it as a bender ball, and it'll be something that I plug in for a couple of things. If you don't have a ball, no worries. You can easily use like a pillow, or you can take your sweater and fold it up and that sort of thing. Maybe not the sweater that you're wearing if you need to keep that on, but whatever you've got, okay? So we're going to start with a little bit of music. I'm just going to tuck that ball. I just tucked it under my chair for now. I just need it to stay put because it does have a bit of a mind of its own. So we are going to just start with, of course, a warm-up. So can you just get those feet kind of marching for me a little bit? I'm just going to move our chair back a smidge. I've got some marching feet. Your posture's nice and tall. Now I'm up a little bit away from the back of my chair. Let's take one foot out and in. Just doing a little heel tap here. So I'm not leaning back in my chair. And if you can join me with that nice tall position, right? So you're actually, there's a little bit of space between your back and the back of the chair. You haven't transferred your weight back there. You got a good tall posture. 3, 2. Now let's take one foot, extend the foot out, and I want you to point the toe, pull, point, and pull. That's it. 2 more. Point, pull, and switch. Second side, out and back. Really great option to get those ankles moving. You got it. 3, 2, 1, release. Now, just bring those hands to thighs. Let's I'm going to turn sideways. You stay put. I'm just going to turn so you can see what I'm up to. So if you were in a bit of a posture here, I'm going to invite you to lengthen up a little bit, including your head. Let your gaze lift a little bit. And then come back down, look down, and release that tall posture. Lengthen up. Think of the wave. If you've ever seen a wave at a baseball game, you know, when you see that whole, the audience doing one of these, we're going to do that with our spine and our back. We're going to lengthen up. And then we're going to tuck and come down. One more. Good. Now you're going to hold your nice tall posture. Your feet are just flat on the ground, and we're going to tuck back and back. So now I'm pulling, doing a little toe tap, bringing my feet back towards the chair. See, I told you that ball has a little mind of its own. I'm just holding on to it here. And you've got 4, 3, 2, bring the ball, if you're holding it, just between the knees, hang there. And can you take those arms in front of you like you're getting ready to shake 2 people's hands all at one time, and give me a mid-back squeeze and then a shift forward. I'm going to turn again for you here. So we're forward and back. Now there are some of the things we're going to do in this quick little workout that would be great for you. If you've been sitting a lot at your desk today, mid-work day, great to add. Relax through some of this work right here that we're doing. Set down now without any discomfort in the shoulder. So you're only lifting as high as your shoulder gives you permission. Up. You got it. Second side. So we're doing a little bit of what we call sort of range of motion, activating, warming up, lengthening out. Nice. Can you do both arms together? Set the shoulder blades down, lift. Good. And remember, you're only going as high as your shoulders give you permission. If one only goes up here, let the other side go up. But honor that one side that doesn't feel it can go, right? You got it. Okay, back. Now, I'm still just holding the ball. I'm not really doing anything with it. I just don't want it to get away from me. So let's go. We've got 4 exercises we're going to do today. One is a round and row. It's sort of like what we were just doing with the warm-up, but I want you to imagine you have a cable machine like this in front of you. you're grabbing the cable machine and you're going to pull the shoulder blades together, and then you're going to pull the arms back. You're going to release the arms and tuck. You have big mid squeeze. Now, I want you to really think about a little bit more effort through that mid back. We're moving into exercise, not just warm up. Squeeze through the mid back. Exhale. Good. Let's do 4 more, shall we? 4. Let the breath go. 3. Keep on going. That's it. 2. We're doing a little circuit style today, which means you'll come back to this in a moment. Grab your ball, sweater, pillow, whatever you're using, put it between the knees. Same again if you're sitting back against the back of your chair. If you're able, pull yourself up away from the back of the chair. Squeeze that ball, pillow, sweater, whoever that might be. Now I want you to lift one leg and tap the heel. So if you feel a whole bunch of effort in the front of the hip, relax the back of your thigh into the chair. And I want you to try to let the front of the hip relax and focus on activation through the muscles in your thigh. Tap the heel and lift. 3, 2, nice. Last one. Replace that foot. Take your second side out. Again, excuse me, back of the leg. Rest it on the chair. Don't lift it all the way up. Rest the back of the leg. And heel tap, squeeze. Keep that squeeze in the ball or the sweater or whatever you're using, okay? As you also add that squeeze through the thigh. Let your breath go. 3, good. Last. Well done. Bring that foot down. Sit tall. Now, we are going to do a little toe lift. My feet are flat on the ground. Now, I want you to lift, lift, without moving anything else. So we shouldn't see the knees coming up, anything like that. I just want you to lift the toes. Your posture's tall, your collarbone's open, your chin is neutral, meaning not poked. Pull it back. Pull the toes up. Pull. Pull. Do you feel a little bit of effort in the front of the low leg? Yeah, activating those shins. Or your tibialis anterior if you're really interested. If you're an anatomy nerd. Where are my fellow anatomy nerds? Yeah, now put your feet all the way down. You're flat down on the ground with those feet. We're going to lift the heels. Up, up. Good. 4, 3. Now you're going to take that ball, pillow, or sweater. I'm going to turn my chair. You do not need to turn, but I just want you to see what I'm doing. So you're going to turn. You're going to take your whatever you're using. You're going to put it, if it's possible for you, put it between the back of your chair and you. Sit tall. We're going to activate the low back. Excuse me. What you're not doing is pushing your feet into the floor to push that ball. You are using the muscles in the lower back to squish and release. Squash into the ball and release. 6 to go. And then we're going right back to the top. You got it. 4. Exhale. Relax the feet. Relax the legs. This should be happening from the back, not the feet pushing into the floor. 2 more, I think. Actually, I may have added an extra. And rest. You ready? Just take that ball, put it wherever you need to so it doesn't get away from you. You're going to round and row. So we're back to the top of your circuit. Grab your pretend paddles and pull. Mid-back squeeze, chest open, release. Pull, mid-back squeeze, really effortful through that mid-back. Exhale. Yes. Good. Really want you to pull those shoulder blades together. 3 more to go. Then do you remember what's next? And 2. And you are right. You didn't rewind and go back, did you? You are ball between the knees or sweater, whatever you're using. Extend, lift, down, and tap. Same leg. Extend, lift, down, and tap. Extend and lift, down, and tap. That heel. Extend and down, tap. Good. 3. Posture's tall. 2. Nice. And bring that down. Good. Second side. Relax through upper body, jaw, shoulders, neck. Ooh, balls swiggling there a little bit. Now remember, we're trying not to activate through the hip as much. It's going to activate, but I don't want you to feel all hip. Remember the back of your leg, those hamstrings, you're kind of resting on the chair, right? And you're just moving through the thigh. One more. Hold, and you are now lifting those toes, remember? Toes, toes. If you've got the ball, put it between those ankles if that's available to you. Oh, a little bit more work there. Squeeze the ball, though. It's not just holding. I want you to squeeze while you're lifting. Just pulling a couple of extra little muscles in there. You didn't pull the knees together. You just squeeze the ball, right? I don't have my knees right together. There's still space. We're squeezing the ball. Feet are flat. Now you're going to calf raise. That feels weird. I'm going to move that ball. Calf raise. Up. Good. You just have one more after this, and then we're going to stretch. Right? Fitting in that fitness. No problem. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Take your ball sweater or pillow. Bring it behind you. Up tall. Good. And you're squashing. It's a very technical term, right? You're squishing into that ball. Release. Do not push with the feet. So you're going to push from that low back, right? Squish, release, squish, release. 4. Good. 2 more. Awesome. Last one. We are done with the ball. Don't go anywhere. We need a quick stretch, right? Let the ball go. Bring yourself back in your chair. You're really comfy. Now you're leaning on the back of the chair. You're really relaxed. Palms are forward. We're going to open up, depending on what you've got, right? If the chair is kind of in the way a little bit, then you could bring the arm up a little higher, or we could bend, whatever that position allows. Good. Scoot forward in your chair a little bit. You're going to put one foot in and turn to the side again. You're going to put one foot out. We're going to do a little hamstring stretch. You do need to come forward a little bit in the chair for that one, if you can. Forward. Good. Come on up. Switch. Good. Exhale. And release. Last but not least, if it's available to you, slide off to the side of your chair. Hands are still on the chair. Scoot one leg back. Just let that leg relax back and open the front of the hip. If that doesn't quite work, you can may have the option to just turn yourself in your chair. You then might feel a little bit more comfortable holding the back of the chair, perhaps. If I'm still on my first side, we're going to switch to your second side. Good. Tall posture. Relax that leg that's being stretched. And that is it, everybody. You made it. We did it. Quick workout in our seated position. Cheering you on as always. Tune in next week when we'll have another little workout coming at you to keep you moving no matter how much time you might have. See you soon.